Hey ladies. Okay, so I know I did a little short video this morning. I felt bad because I have not been able to do um, very many videos lately. So things have gotten a little bit busy. Of course, we knew that I took the second job at Kroger. So, and then school started back this week. Okay, not for the kids, but for the adults, we're back at the school. And so, anytime I'm not working my first and second job, I'm working my Mary Kay job. So I feel like every spare moment is taken. Um, so this week I had 12, 12 to 13 facials scheduled between this past Tuesday and this coming Wednesday. I was really excited. I did have a few cancellations, but I also had a few that I got to meet with and that I got to do facials with, which was absolutely wonderful, including my very first male facial. So I'm so excited about that. We do have a men's line, and if you've got skin on your body, whether you're male or female, you need to take care of it. So I'm thrilled that he got that experience and that I got that experience. When I had been using my Mary Kay, I had been using our Voluform system. When I do my demonstrations, I use our Miracle set. Now I do use the Miracle Eye Cream, but I hadn't used the other products. And so tonight we're gonna go through the routine that I do for my facials, just so I can experience that and so that you guys can get familiar with some other products. So we do have, like, our Miracle set is not the original Mary Kay set, but it's similar to in the fact that they do have a system for oily skin and a system for dry skin. My skin tends to be more dry, so I'm going to use the products for the dry skin. So this is our 4-in-1 cleanser. It does have some exfoliating beads, but they're not harsh at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. I am putting it on my skin dry. I tend to do that because I feel like it helps melt that makeup off and loosen it before I get my water involved. So this morning I did do one of our biocellular masks, biocellulose masks. I thought that it was similar to a glass skin mask. It is not. I was thinking it looked like it was one of those white masks that you sleep in and it disappears. That is not what happened, but I do really enjoy the results. I do feel like it helped to tighten my skin. I feel like it helped to plump out the areas that were getting kind of saggy. And I feel like it helped smooth out the wrinkles and things. So I'm excited with that. So anyway, I got my water a little warm. So let's go ahead and see. Now the Miracle set, you know, they say that it's for like middle-aged skin. It's like for 30s. I think that it's gentle, and so if you are having some issues with skin sensitivity, I feel like this is a perfect option. It does not doesn't have the harshness. So with my Renew set, it's great and it does great for my skin and I have great results. since I've been using it, and as my skin has gotten healthier, I have less buildup, which means that sometimes my skin can be a little bit more sensitive to products that it was not sensitive to when I first started, because my skin was thicker. It had more protection on it, but that protection was the dead skin cells. And so as I clean that and as I get that out of the way, I noticed that my skin can be a little bit more sensitive. And so with this, I feel like it is a little bit more gentle. Now, I did use mascara. So now that I've cleansed with my my cleanser, I'm going to use my makeup remover to get rid of any residual mascara that I have. Now again, this is extremely gentle. It just glides right over your eye. It does not burn, it does not sting. It does an amazing job at clearing up that mascara and getting all of that extra off. And you do not have to scrub. It's very gentle. And I want to make sure I get it off the above and below lashes. Okay, I feel like that's good. So it's definitely one of my, I will recommend. We have really, really good makeup remover. Next, I'm going to go in with our black charcoal mask. Now, Amelia loves this mask. This does go with our acne line, but this is really a clarifying mask. I mean, this is getting in there, this is cleaning your pores out, so you do not have to have young skin or acne prone skin to use this. Anyone can use this. It just does help to detoxify and to remove all those impurities out of your pores. It's very cooling, and so especially after you've had a long day or after you've been out in the sun, it feels really nice. This is a must-have. This is a little spatula thing that Mary Kay sells to put on masks. I had never used one of these until I started with Mary Kay, and now that I have used it, I don't think I could not use it. It does such a much better job than just using your fingers to spread the mask. It spreads it much more evenly. It doesn't leave bare streaks. Like, you can see my skin is covered, and it's not using more product than I need. But it is covering everything evenly. This has a really nice tingling effect. You can feel as it's opening those pores and it's cleaning them out, you can feel that tingliness. It's not a burning sensation. It's not an uncomfortable sensation. It's really just it's working sensation. It's just not uncomfortable. I mean, it's kind of invigorating. It would definitely be something that would kind of wake you up in the mornings and get you started. People generally tend to use masks in the evening. I don't think that's because necessarily they have to be used in the evening. I think it's because we have more time in the evening and we're always so rushed in the morning. But this would be a perfect thing to use in the morning to wake yourself up. Maybe put it on before you get in the shower. Take your shower. That hot steam will help steam the mask, so it'll keep it moist, so it's easier to clean off. It'll also help open your pores so that we can get the mask in there and get your skin cleans better. So that's fantastic. You don't have to stick to nighttime for masks. Masks are anytime you want one. So I'm already starting to feel it dry a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to dry entirely. In fact, I think that it's really beneficial if you take a very warm washcloth or towel, moist heat, put it on your face, leave it for that 10-15 minutes. It prevents the mask from drying out, but it keeps those ingredients active on your skin. It helps penetrate. I mean, I just really enjoy the moist heat. So for time's sake, we are not going to leave this on a real long time, but I just wanted you guys to see it. I wanted you to see that anyone can use it. And then we'll look and see how my skin looks when we take it off. One thing I do like about this mask is that it cleans up really easily. I have used charcoal masks in the past, and it seems like you can't get it all off. It's extra sticky. And so I do appreciate how well this one cleans up. I know it probably looks funny right now. Give me just a second. So kids start back Tuesday. I think Amelia she's as ready as she is going to be. She's got her classes. She's already started, at the end of last school year, she got some assignments that she needed to complete for one of her, it's either an honors or an AP class that she's starting this fall. And so she was working on that. I feel like, I mean, I know that I've done a lot to my skin. I know that I did the biocellular mask this morning. I know that I've used my other products. But I really feel like my skin is just pretty. You know, I can tell a huge difference since I've been using the products. I can especially tell I'm really satisfied with this. This has improved so much, and I'm not sure if it's a combination of things. I do feel like the Clinical Solutions Brightener has helped with that, but I also feel like maybe the retinol and the chemical peel has helped lighten this, but I mean, that definitely looks a lot lighter than it did. Okay, so we did the cleanser, we did the mask. Just, you know, because I want to use it and because I want to make sure that I got all the mask off and my pores are clean and open, I'm going to use my micellar water. And again, this is a product I wasn't really familiar with before Mary Kay. But it's nice, it's soothing, it does not sting, it does not burn. It's just a really nice, soothing, clean feeling. It's not... I appreciate that. Okay. So nothing came off. I mean, it's a completely clean little round. So the mask took everything off and we didn't have any mask left. Okay. So next I'm going to do some of my serums. So tonight I'm going to be using my skin brightener, and I'm also going to be using my hydrator. So now the brightener I use more than anything else. I use it morning and night. Um, it's my go-to. I like it. It smells good. It's got something in it. I was thinking maybe it had vitamin C in it. It does not, or at least that's not like right there. Um, I'll hold it up here so you can read it if you can. So if you can say those words, congratulations to you. Now I did bring out my Skinvigor8 because I love it. Because when I am in a hurry, and here lately I have been, that seems to be the best thing I can do for my slowdown, is use that to help my product soak in. And that heat, I feel like it just melts the tension away from the day. Like it just, it's soothing. It just feels good to, especially when you've had a stressful day and you carry a lot of that in your forehead. Massaging with that heat, it really feels amazing. I like to, of course, make sure that I open my pores where my dark spot is so that we can brighten that up and help that disappear. I did put it on my neck too. I don't really have a lot of issues with my neck, but I know too, like some of this is not necessarily, I mean, this brightener is mostly for this spot. And then right here on my cheekbones, there are some spots where it looks like the skin is kind of freckly. Like I assume it's sun damage. But so that's where this brightener really needs to work. But the heat and the massage, I promise, it tones your skin. It really helps to tighten everything. So that's why I kind of use it everywhere, even on the spots that don't necessarily need brightened, because it really, and I want to make sure I get, they call them marionette lines right here. I had them really bad when I first started with Mary Kay. They have substantially disappeared. So thank you, Mary Kay, for that. Okay. So that was the brightener. And as we've talked about with the Skinvigor8, some of the serums, it works better than other serums. So usually my brightener is a little bit stickier and it doesn't slide very well. My lifting serum is really silky, and so it slides and glides beautifully over the lifting serum. This hydrator, I can't remember. I'm thinking it's stickier, and so it has a harder time sliding. I could be wrong, but where I struggle with dry skin, I definitely want to make sure that this penetrates deeply. I went to go see my sister today. I did a facial on her. She is 14 years older than me. She did not have one single wrinkle up here on her forehead, not one. Her skin was so smooth, and I said, how in the world do you not have any wrinkles on your forehead? She had right here, but nothing on her forehead. And she said, it's because my skin is so oily. And And so with this hydration, that is going to help plump up your skin. It is going to help fill out this tissue beneath the skin. And so it's going to help erase those fine lines and wrinkles. And I really am so jealous of her, you know, the fact that she's a few years older than me and my wrinkles are much deeper than hers. She has beautiful skin. She's a beautiful person. Actually, now that I think about it, when I did the facial with my mom and aunt and sister, other sister, she has beautiful skin too, and she's older than me. Oh. And remember, this this pad right here gets warm. And so sometimes I just like to give a little extra attention right here. Just, the heat feels amazing and the massage feels amazing, but I feel like the more that we work this, the more it's going to smooth out and the more it's going to make those wrinkles less noticeable. And I know, like, I have said this before, sorry, our drains are gurgling, but I know I've said this before. This little gadget here, I can tell a difference when I use it. If you want to get one of these, just to try, if you're not fully convinced or whatever, or you're not sure it will help you, I'll sell it to you at my cost, because I really do notice a difference. I know that, especially with the economy right now, it can be challenging because we have so much right now that we're focused on. I get that. And, you know, as I've said before, my number one goal is improving you, not my pocket. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a reason I'm working 3 jobs. But really, when it comes down to it, I want people to feel good. I want them to have that confidence. I want them to feel good about themselves when they walk outside. And right now, I feel good about myself. We're only halfway through, and I feel like my skin is really, really pretty. Look at this. When I started a few weeks ago, I did not have this. You could not see any jawline at all on me. I haven't lost any weight. We haven't been that lucky, although I'm hoping, fingers crossed. If you guys are on my Facebook page, you saw the amazing cabinet that Gary did for me. That makes me feel so good. So even when we're not doing videos, even when I'm not checking in with you guys daily or as often as maybe I would like, a lot is going on behind the scenes. When I say if I am not working my first or second job, I'm working my Mary Kay job, I promise that is what I'm doing. I'm either making boxes, scheduling appointments, doing facials, setting up my little boutique. That's my ultimate goal. We have an office room. It's been through several transitions since I've met Gary. I just call it the office because originally when I worked at the loan department at the bank and I was working remotely, it was going to be my office for my remote work. Most of that was done in the living room on the couch, but it got done. So does it matter? No. And then it has been a place for Gary's Laser. It has been a place for crabs. It was supposed to be my classroom for my school that I was going to start. And now it's going to be a Mary Kay office, or at least I hope. That's my goal. I want it to be a little boutique. I want this to take off. I want to get my regular customers and my new customers, I want them to be able to call me up or drop by, come shop. I want to have everything that they need on hand, because no one likes to wait. Everyone wants to take it home and use it. It's exciting. So again, this is the Skinvigorate. If you want to try it, I will let you have it at my cost. I think it's $95, I think, new. So I'll give you 50% off from that. You still have to pay your tax and your shipping. Because, you know, while I will do as much as I can to help people out, I can't afford to lose money. So if you want to try that, it's there. I'll be more than happy to help you out with getting it. Look at this. You cannot really see those at all. I noticed that this morning after my cellular mask. My 11s are basically non-existent. Now these, they were darker this morning. But look, that's what the Skinvigorate does. Okay, so when I suggest things to you, when I say this really makes a difference, it's because it really makes a difference. I was skeptical about it. That's why I only ordered one. And I have noticed a difference. It makes a difference. So just saying that again. Okay, so now we are down to our moisturizer. We've done our serums, and this is, again, the Time Wise Miracle Set Moisturizer. This is for the dry skin because my skin tends to be on the drier side. Now with the Miracle Set, the moisturizer and the 4-in-1 cleanser is different products based on your skin. If you have oily skin, then there's a mattifying set that will help to take care of some of that excess oil. If your skin is dry, there is a hydrating set. And so those products are ones, you know, you're going to have to pick your set. You're going to have to pick if you want something for dry skin or oily skin. But the day cream and night cream is the exact same for both sets. That does not change. And you can buy each piece of the set individually, or you can buy it as an entire set, and they're very reasonable. I don't know about you, but I think my skin looks really good. I'm disappointed right here. That's nothing to do with Mary Kay. That's probably to do with the fact that I'm working 3 jobs, and while I do sleep better at night now when I lay down, they're still dark. So, not Mary Kay's fault. I'm gonna use the nighttime cream, and I'm excited to use this. It's got these little beads in there. I love that. I think that's exciting. So let's see. It says nighttime recovery with Time Wise 3D complex. So that's nice. I'm excited. So it's a gel night cream. It goes on clear. It's very light. I know we can't all go out every day and get a facial. Time limits us. But when you're doing your skincare, take a few minutes to massage your skin. You take a few minutes to massage. I like using my 2 middle fingers and rubbing up and out right there. I think that releases a ton of stress right above my eyebrows, between my eyebrows. That's where I hold a lot of my stress. That's why those 11s are there. So I like to massage those up and out. These right here, I like to pull and try to smooth those. I like to pull this up. They sell those little, they sell all kinds of things, really. They sell the little roller things that you can roll on your skin. They sell the little scraper things you can scrape down here. But you know, you got these. So it kind of does the same thing. I mean, don't come after me if it doesn't do the same thing, but you know, I can take my finger and I can make it like this, and it's along my cheekbone, and I'm pulling, and it's smoothing. I think it looks better. I look 18 again. No, I don't look 18 again. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to be that tiny again. If anybody knew me at 18, you would know I was a tiny girl. Okay. This feels incredible. Again, this was our Miracle Set and the charcoal mask. My skin feels amazing. It is not too heavy. Nothing was irritating with this set whatsoever. It's a very gentle set. And I think it really did help to make my skin smooth and soft, and I think I look younger. I think it looks more radiant. I feel like this is getting lighter. So if you guys want to try anything, if you want to have a facial date, let me know. Bye.